Welcome to the Gals Guide to the Galaxy podcast, where a group of gals gather for you one cool thing around our topic of the month. Is it ancient history? Is it breaking news? Is it safe for work? Well, that's up to each gal. All we know is that...
Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Welcome back. I'm Bonnie, and I'm joined by Katie, Leah, and Claire talking about our one cool art gal. Claire already talked about Claude Calhoun, and some Nazi stuff.
Fighting the Nazis.
Yes.
Yeah!
But before we dive back, Leah is going to tell us what's on the Gals Guide calendar for this week.
That's right. So for this week, March 14th through the 20th, 2022, we have a release of the first ever Gals Guide anthology. Woo! So on Saturday, March 19th, we are going to have a few of our 14 authors in the library signing copies of this remarkable anthology. You can pre-order your copy or pick it up at the library on the 19th. Copies are $15 and they help out the Gals Guide Library. And you can check out all upcoming events, as it's still Women's History Month, on galsguide.org. Back to you, Bonnie. Sorry, I like pretending to be a newscaster when I do that. That's the calendar for this week.
It's looking sunny.
Baxter, you know I don't speak Spanish.
I like it.
I think Bonnie wants to know one random thing about
I
our gal
do.
pals.
Exactly.
I want to know
Yes?
if you were to experiment in a different type of art than you do now,
Yes.
what would it be?
Dun.
Ta-da.
It's actually easy for me.
Okay,
and
go.
Leah
Do
was
it.
kind of teasing me.
I was teasing because
I-
I wanted
I've-
you to feel
yeah.
like you could answer it in any way, shape, or form you could.
I've
Yes.
gotten a little far removed from it.
Yeah.
But I love photography.
Yes, and you're a
I
very good
do.
photographer. Yes.
Love photography. I took I couldn't take an art photography class at Ball State because you had to take intro art classes, and that just wasn't going to happen.
Oh,
for
you're
me.
like, no.
But I
This
took
doesn't art nor craft.
a photojournalism class, and that was like right when we were transitioning from film to digital because I'm very elderly.
Very elderly.
Yes, it's true.
I'm going to let this pass.
I'm
but
one of those
no.
almost 40-year-old, 80-year-olds like Claire was talking about with her artist.
Right, okay. That's fair.
To an elder millennial, you gather the children around, tell them
Exactly.
about the 90s.
And I will tell them about the time I actually used a real dark room and developed my own film because that's like not a thing.
Those
I think
were
many
the dark
people have
times.
They were the dark times. So it was just a really cool experience, and yeah, I should do more of that. I do love
Yes.
photography.
See, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Claire, do you have an answer? If you were to experiment with a different
Well,
medium?
in my past life, I've been a
Yeah.
teacher, and I've taught everyone from junior kindergarten up through grad school, and so I've been able to do almost all types of art.
Right.
But I think if I could move on honestly into something I haven't tried before, I think I would like to delve into performance art, but in a way that's meaningful,
Okay.
but
yeah.
not boring and pretentious.
Oh, I like it. See?
And see, that's part of the reason.
I don't think anything you do could be boring and pretentious.
Yes.
That's what I love about you. You bring the joy to all of it.
but a lot of it
Yeah,
can be.
it can be.
But that's part of the reason I really like the original Miss Art World.
Yeah.
Because her artwork is meaningful and it's fun and it's engaging. And so that's why I keep bringing up, I miss Art World South Dakota at any chance I can.
Yes, absolutely.
Because
As you
it's
should.
delightful. But I think that would be fun to expand into that.
Ooh, I like that.
Very cool.
I am very torn.
Because you do collage art.
I do, and so I'll mix a whole
You were
bunch of stuff in
torn.
it. Yeah.
I'm
Oh my god! I didn't even pick up what you were putting
man.
down there, and that was good. That was good.
Waiting
I'm
for it.
very torn as a
Yeah.
torn paper artist.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You know what? I have never played with watercolor or any kind of like, drip dryy, you know what I mean, resin pour or anything like that.
Was it inking now?
There is inking. There's even
Yeah, like
India ink.
inking,
I've never
letting
played.
it spread.
Yes.
Like the alcohol ink.
Alcohol ink. That's what I was
Yes,
thinking.
and just kind of
Yeah.
like letting it do what it's going to do. All art that I've done has been very constructed and very purposeful. And yet I'm always trying to make it seem like it's whimsical and it just happened. Why don't I use a medium that just happens? And that I think that's kind of weird that I haven't yet. But that would probably be one that I would try. And then when I had to make a mental breakdown, I'd talk to y'all.
No, you could do that. You could do some wet watercolor.
Yeah.
And then just tear out the little pieces that
Right.
you like of it and
Yeah.
stick it right on there.
This is very true. That way I could have the best of both worlds and only take the parts I like.
Yeah.
And then just disregard the rest. Like life.
I mean, that's pretty much what all artists do. But,
Right, exactly. Edit. Bonnie, what would yours be?
I
Yeah.
have always been interested in like printmaking.
Ooh, yeah,
I did not take it in school. But like I didn't do it out of school because I was like, well, I don't have a press.
Right.
And I've seen all kinds of things
You don't need
lately
one
where
now.
people have I don't even know what it is. It's like a circle with a handle.
That's called
Yeah.
a baron.
Yeah, and like a wooden spoon.
I was going to say cry cut or circuit or whatever they call that stupid thing
Oh
right now.
no, that's a whole thing. Like I need a cricket and a glowforge.
Right? Yes.
Like I don't need one, but I need one.
But you don't need one, but you need one. Yes,
Let's
exactly.
get her an axe too.
Yeah, right?
It's an axe, a cricket, and a blowtorch, and see what Bonnie creates.
I like it.
Yeah.
It'll be magical. I'm just saying, there's so many of your paintings, I would wear that as a dress.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, yes. I think...
Well, you
it would
can
be-
buy some of my designs on spoonflower.
But
as
I'm not
fabric.
really good as a seamstress.
Yeah.
But I could
you were-
totally make...
You could.
I mean, I can make a
You're
blanket.
decent.
I can't make
Yeah,
sleeves.
Well,
That's the problem. Like,
go
so...
sleeveless.
Yeah, it has to be sleeveless or strappies or something like that. I can make a tube dress, you know what I mean? Caftans, I can do
You
that.
just need a great swingy skirt.
I do. Yeah,
A swingy Bonnie skirt.
yeah,
Hedy
exactly.
Lamarr skirt.
Right, exactly. Because I'm all about that Hedy Lamarr. I do love your painting of Hedy Lamarr, who you've now painted cross-eyed.
Yes.
She's fixing it. She's
Yes.
fixing it. I'm just bringing it up. I'm bringing it up right before you talk about your one cool gal. I'm sorry. That was terrible of me.
You are good.
Who do you have for us? Because I'm excited, darling.
I have
Yes.
not so much a person, but a thing that has very much influenced my artwork.
Yay.
But a little bit of person. I
Yes.
didn't write anything down about her though.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
mentioned. I'm gonna do Judy Chicago's The Dinner Party.
Yay!
Which, if you've taken contemporary art history, it's probably one of the very few women things that you're introduced to.
Right.
It
I wonder
debuted.
why that is, too. Is it because it's shocking or because there's a lot of parts to talk about?
I think it's the Georgia O'Keeffe effect.
Oh,
is
I
I
see.
think really the kind of thing that gets in there.
I see, because it's about vaginas.
Yep.
Got it.
But it debuted on March 14th, 1979.
That's when this episode's going to air. Not in 1979, but on March 14th.
But no, yeah, I was like, oh, so I'm like, doing the math, I was like, oh, we're coming up on the 50th anniversary here soon.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't do that with the suffrage project. Start, like, 3 years beforehand and be like, oh, I could just do this for forever.
Right, exactly.
So I was
Yes,
doing
yes.
the math
Yes, I like
earlier,
it.
and I was, like, thinking of stuff, and I was like, I don't need to be doing this. But I was taking notes, planning things out.
Yes, I like it.
But it debuted at the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art.
Right. Which always confuses me because her last name is Chicago, so I always just put her
Yes.
in Chicago.
She
That's
was
not fair to her.
not
It would have been
Right.
so much
born
easier.
Chicago.
It really would have been. Yeah.
She's from Chicago though.
Right. Yes.
No way.
Yes.
Does she like the pizza?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I
know.
distracted you.
And she is kind of the like Gloria Steinem
Yeah.
of art
Totally
in
fair.
the 60s. She's
Yep.
like the feministy lady.
Yep.
But the dinner party itself is a giant triangular table
Mhm.
with like a giant hole in the middle. Like it's just like a 2 foot wide table triangle all the way around.
Mhm.
It's 48 feet long on each side. It's an equilateral triangle
Yes.
for equality.
I see what she did.
All the sides are the same.
I like it.
Along each of the 3 sides, there are 13 place settings for prominent women throughout Western history,
Mhm.
which
That's
is
fair.
the thing.
Yeah.
And it's got kind of like ancient on one side, medieval on one side, and modern on the third.
Mm-hmm.
And each place setting includes an embroidered tablecloth as well as unique plates that resemble female anatomy.
Yeah, they do. Guess which part?
Yeah, they are giant vulva plates. And they're amazing. Which is funny because it was controversial at the time.
No.
Even though there's phallic artwork everywhere.
I've seen David.
Everywhere.
Right? I mean, Rodin's thinking, but isn't he naked too?
They're all naked. And it's like,
Uh-huh.
like the George Washington Monument is a giant penis. Like
Yes.
everything. But,
It
the
was.
vulva.
It was insisted that there be a monument by two women, so I'm just wondering. They're like, let's put his best asset on display. I'm guessing. Yes, go ahead.
But there is a large opening in the middle, and it's called the Heritage Floor, where there are triangular tiles that hold the names of 999 other women
Oh.
for a grand total of 1,038 women throughout history.
Ah. Is that number symbolic of anything?
I think she just, she
That
had
was the number she got
13,
to.
and then I think she
what
went
fit.
999 in there.
Right. Exactly. Yes. No, it sounds good. I like it.
The materials chosen were long considered to be women's works. You have like porcelain and ceramics and embroidery.
Makes sense.
And she's combining it with fine art with the decorative arts.
Yo.
Which is fine until you get, it's.
Did
But
you
when
already
you-
say, Bonnie, that it's an installation art?
I'm not really sure.
Because I don't know. I was trying to this is new to me.
I'm
not a
sure
big
if it'd
art
be
person.
Installation or sculpture or what? Because
But we're not
you
talking
walk
a painting
around
right
it.
now, right?
Correct,
Here. Sorry.
yes.
No, it's a
I'm
physical
just getting up to speed
three-dimensional
with
Yes.
everything.
object.
Okay.
Yep. It's
like,
a
you
table
can't
setting
go
you can't sit and
in
eat
the-
at.
Yeah, you can't sit at it. You walk around it. It's in like a dark room.
I had it on my phone too, but of course they're like 2-dimensional photos, so I'm
Yeah.
like trying to
You're like, is it a painting
Where
or
are
a
we at
photo
with
or
this?
yes.
Yeah, you get to
like
like
all
you
of
walk
it is
around
like
the whole
hand
table.
created, and it's all
Yes.
It's like okay.
That'd be great
Yep.
if you
So,
could sit at the table.
I
though.
was
Wouldn't
just
it, though?
thinking about our viewers that are like me, that are not like tuned into
Right.
art,
This is-
being
they-
able to really
They
think
get
about
their art
what
from
this
Gal's
is.
Guide.
Right.
I like
no,
it.
it's always tough describing.
I mean, let me put it this way.
artwork
It
and
should be our
audio.
Galentine setup. I mean, that's what I'm thinking.
Ooh, nice.
It'd be fantastic.
Nice. But yeah, she's doing
How long did it take her to create all of that?
I'm gonna get
Okay,
to that.
sorry.
long
I mean, that's
time,
like
Get to
yeah.
that.
Because there's so many there's pieces for each
like-
one of the
Yeah.
ladies. Yeah.
But yeah, she's incorporating fine art and decorative arts, which is fine. But if you're a woman and doing that, it's controversial. But it's fine for a soft sculpture dude. He does it. Oh, he's a genius.
Uh-huh.
Actually,
Right.
his wife did it.
Yeah.
No.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh. Color me surprised. Yet I shouldn't be.
Because it's women's work.
Of course.
Women do know how to set a table.
Right.
But she also designed embroidered banners leading into the dinner party as well.
Yeah.
And there are embroidered details on each of the little corner pieces on the top of the table. Like if you get to the end, there's like a little leftover piece. So there's
Where
little
the tables kind of intersect.
embroidered designs there.
Oh.
The women included are both historical as well as mythological and religious figures. Let's see, let me pull up the list of the main
I'm looking at Emily Dickinson
39.
now.
You're looking at her
Yeah,
vagina?
that
Looks like
cool.
she's having ham cold cuts for dinner.
That one's cool because that one, I think that's the one where they actually just like took lace and basically dunked it in porcelain and then
Yeah.
fired it.
Oh, all right.
That's what happened
So
here.
she has a lacy one then.
Yeah, there's a lace one.
I like how, why not lace? That sounds about right.
She's very Victorian.
Yeah.
I get it.
Exactly.
I had this conversation, though, with Josh the other day.
Lacy bits.
No,
About your lacy bits?
about vulvas. Like,
Yeah.
the image we see in the news is
Oh, yeah.
like, or not news.
I was going to
like,
say, my follow-up question was, what
what are you
videos are you
watching?
watching?
Okay, let's say the internet. Like,
Yes.
I grew up thinking like we're got to be very streamlined. It needs to be small, not intimidating.
Sure.
And now
Sure,
that I'm
sure.
almost 40, I'm like, I just wish I had a bigger vulva. I just want everything down there to be like more extravagant.
Nice.
See?
Like just
Exactly.
a giant clit would be great.
Right.
I mean to take it there, but I'm saying like,
Well,
these
keep looking at the
representa-
plates.
I
You're
was
going to
gonna
find one you like.
Yeah.
I'm
and then-
going to pick it from the plate
Yes,
and see if I
exactly.
can get it
Yeah.
like done up for me.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
just go
thinking.
doctor. I want this.
Yes.
But like we're
How do I
representing
get
these
this?
women,
What
but we're
workouts do I
also
do?
representing like, there's variety.
It's the
Everybody's
spice of
dinner
life.
plate is different.
Exactly.
And we can appreciate them all.
I
that
think
needs
so.
to be a cross stitch on something.
I'll get to work on it.
Everyone's dinner plate is different. Are we going to?
Oh, we have stickers.
So
do
to
have
celebrate on March 14th, do we
Yeah.
each need to make our own place setting, Bonnie?
Oh, I
Good.
like
You
that.
just take a
Sweet.
paper plate and just draw your own little
Yep,
thing.
exactly. Yes,
And then
real,
make
imagined,
your-
fictional.
And then make your significant other eat off of it.
Oh, I like it. Yes.
Will you be having spaghetti and meatballs?
With a side of spaghetti and meatballs.
So
I didn't mean to take away from that. I
No,
just,
you're
I
good.
just,
No, you're
I
good,
just
you're good.
love the different
I
variety
like-
we got
yes,
on these dinner
yeah.
plates. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool.
so on the outside for the first section, and we're gonna see keep count of how many
Yeah.
you know from the outside, because the outside's
boy.
like more prominent ladies.
Okay.
So that'll give you an idea of like
Yeah.
how many women are in this thing.
Yes.
Oh lordy, I saw one I don't know how to pronounce. There's the primordial goddesses,
Okay.
fertile goddesses,
Yeah.
Ishtar,
Yes.
Kali,
Yes.
snake goddess,
No.
No.
Sophia,
Not
Is
really.
that like the wisdom?
It could be. I'm just not as familiar to
Like the Gnostics, I think.
like it's one of those things where like I know that there's a Sophia important lady.
Okay,
Marys and Margarets.
You can count it.
Everywhere.
Yeah, not for me. Yeah.
That's the other thing. When I downloaded the list, I was like, it's just like a name.
Yeah.
Like a first name. And I was like, this could be anybody.
I mean, if it's not Madonna and the one I'm thinking of. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not that Madonna.
It's Vogue.
Right, exactly.
The Amazons.
Amazons.
Oh, goodness. It's going to take me a minute to
Yeah.
pronounce this.
Is it
Hatchet?
Hectate?
No.
Is it Hatshepsut?
Yes.
Oh, that one.
Oh,
Yes.
this is the trick for it.
Just yes.
Hat,
Yeah.
cheap suit.
Oh,
Nice.
I like that.
cheap suit.
Yes. Okay. Sweet.
Judith.
Yes.
Sappho.
Yes.
I just looked at Judith's plate.
Nice.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Looking good.
I want Katie's critique on each one. I'll do that.
I'd eat that.
There's it's a whole book for you.
There you
there,
go, Katie.
Oh,
Go to
yes.
town.
It starts on page like 58 or something. Some good, nice, large color photos of some vulvas there.
Yes,
Some of that has
exactly.
like a little papaya.
7 times bigger than your phone.
And there's some erotica in the back because it's Judy Chicago.
Right.
Oh,
where were we?
We got
Yeah.
Aspasia.
No.
I think this is supposed to be Boudica.
Oh, yeah. The
Spelled a
warrior.
little
Yeah.
weird. Hypatia.
Yes.
Okay. Second section is Marcilla.
Yeah. Marcel.
Saint Bridget. Theodora.
Yes.
And I know this is the Theodora from Constantinople.
That's what I. Okay.
From
yes.
the mosaics.
Theodora.
Right.
Oh gosh, this was the one that I was like, let's see, Herosviva, maybe?
Don't know.
Trotta of Solrino?
No.
Eleanor of Aquitaine!
Yes!
That's somebody.
There we go.
Hilgard of Begin?
No.
The Nun Lady.
Oh, okay.
The nun lady.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think.
You saying there's a nun's vagina vulva on
Oh,
a plate?
yeah.
All right, let's bring it on,
Those
sister.
nuns, if you read that Vicky Lavon's Women of Medieval Times, there's a whole bunch of nuns doing stuff they should not be doing.
Wait. Is it none of our business?
Oh my gosh!
Sorry.
Nice.
I'll see myself out.
No, puns
Stay.
are always welcome.
Stay.
Okay. Petrona de Merith?
Nope.
Christine de Pizan?
Yes, she has a book called The City of Women, I believe.
Ah, yes.
Aha.
Yes.
I just want her to sell this dinnerware to medieval times.
We'll get to that. Isabella Diest?
No.
Elizabeth the First.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Queen
There we go.
Elizabeth.
Yes.
Art Musea Gentileschi.
Oh, the Revenge Field Painter.
Yes. Anna van Schrumen.
No, but I like the name.
Okay. The third section is more modern women. We had Anne Hutchinson.
Was she the Salem Witch Trials?
Yeah, I was thinking she was lady that got kicked out of town.
Oh, for religious reform.
Something like that.
Okay,
That's what
I'm
I
going to say
think- That's what I think that lady is.
yes-ish.
Sacagawea.
Sacagawea, yes.
Caroline Herschel.
Yes, the astronomer, like telescope.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay.
There's a Herschel
Yes. Okay.
astronomer lady.
Yeah.
Mary Wollstonecraft.
Yes. Love
Sojourner
her.
Truth.
Yes.
Susan B. Anthony.
Susan B.
Elizabeth Blackwell.
Yes.
Emily Dickinson.
Yes.
I've
I've gone around the horn now a couple of times. I don't know. Smith?
Why?
Oh, I don't know. Smithy? I don't know. I don't think I know the Smithy.
Margaret Sanger.
Yes.
Natalie Barney.
No.
Virginia Woolf.
Yes.
And Georgia O'Keeffe.
Ah!
You can't have vagina plants without Georgia O'Keeffe.
This is truly true. I think I got to 15. I think that's how many times I went around. I think. There was out of 43. Wait.
When I
have no idea.
When I did
There's
my...
Prosecco involved in this math. It's
Yes.
really not that great. So I'm going to say...
Salute.
Right, exactly, yes.
Little under half. When I did, because, I miss women's history, and, I was big into mythology. I got my minor in classical studies.
Yes, you did.
And so, I knew when I downloaded, the list of all of them, I knew, maybe 30 or 40 out of the, 1,000 of women on here. And I was like...
You're like, I got to do
Oh,
better.
man.
I got some studying to do.
Well, it would also be nice if these women were included in our regular education.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yes.
And we wouldn't have to
Foundation
feel so
work?
bad right now
Mm-hmm.
because we lacked that background knowledge.
Right.
Learn about Sybil Lugnington instead of
Paul Revere. Oh my gosh, she did it twice as far.
Twice as far, actually
for
completed
3 times
her
as long.
mission.
Right, yes.
Did not get captured by the British.
Correct. And
And she was 16.
yeah.
She rode a horse with a giant stick.
Yeah, she did. She's amazing. But yes, but back to Judy Chicago and the
I'm also enjoying the
party.
photos of Judy Chicago.
She
Oh,
is
yeah,
crazy
she's-
in the awesome way.
I
like
know,
80s
right?
crazy, yes.
All right,
Great.
her whole look is
Big
just
hair.
beautiful.
Giant glasses sometimes,
The
mostly
color.
sunglasses.
I need to
yes.
see the transition. I need to know if it just happened.
right.
Because
I mean, the 80s
books,
just
they
happened.
Had,
I mean, the 80s are shocking
I
off.
saw some pictures in here because I've only seen modern pictures of her.
Gotcha.
There were some pictures in these books of her in the 70s where she just looks like a normal lady.
and
And
then,
I was like, that's her? What are you doing?
Oh, look at this amazing gold suit she's wearing with her purple hair. She looks incredible.
badass
Love
Judy
her.
Chicago.
How did she learn about all these women? Is that anything?
They did research on
Yeah.
her.
At a
was
library,
like,
do you think, maybe?
She better
It
have.
could have happened there.
I like it.
But the whole project cost over $250,000 to make.
Wow.
And
It had a lot of detail.
1970s money.
Oh my god.
Yes. While working on the piece, the team never knew if they would have enough funds to finish.
Oof.
Chicago sold drawings. They applied for grants and got donations. They ended up getting about $60,000 in grants and used Chicago's income for over 5 years.
Wow.
And the rest of it was donations.
Oh, look at that.
And even though it was Chicago's vision, it was very much a group project, which took years to finish. They started in June of 1974. So about 5 years it took them to do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She had over 400 artists help her.
Goodness.
And this was seen as controversial in the way that we think about modern artists and art making. As opposed to the old masters.
Yeah.
They were, they just kind of showed up to draw the faces and hands.
Right.
They
So
had apprenticeships. It was a whole thing. But, the modern artist now just sits alone in their studio brooding.
Right.
Jeff Koons.
Yes. That's the big thing. But yeah, artists like Andy Warhol and Jeff Koons.
Yeah, the factory.
They had a whole bunch of people
They don't even
doing
touch
their
it.
stuff, and no one's
Slap
ever
the name on
criticizing
it.
them for it.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
But she did do the work by herself for the first about year and a half before she was like, oh man.
Right.
Still be working
no
on
way.
it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also you get a proof of concept. Like if she did one complete, person set sort of thing, then you would also have a template of, what to work off of, what the inspiration is for each element. Yeah.
Wait, I have a quote from, I think it came from the little pamphlet.
Oh,
It doesn't
yes.
get lost. There's some more pictures for Katie.
Exactly.
It's got a little plates, each one on there.
She's taking out her new China pattern.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I love pottery
How is that
and
not sold in gift
ceramics and
shops?
stuff. Yeah, I would totally get off of these plates.
There is a local pottery shop that just added wheels and, you know what I mean?
have-
Katie,
Go in
I
and get it
I think
done.
we, I think we
She
need
can
to
take
go
up
down.
photography again and then do ceramics.
Yes, exactly.
But a quote from I think it was from the pamphlet, said the dinner party puts forth an unmistakably clear social agenda to give women long overdue credit for the extraordinary achievements beyond the stereotyped female domestic sphere and enough room at the table.
Oh my gosh, this is why we love puns,
Da-da-da.
because it's meaningful and metaphorical and inspirational. I love it.
But her first idea was just to do 25 plates of
Okay.
women. That auto-corrected weird. Women who were eaten alive. And changed it to even alive.
Even alive. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
So eventually, first she was going for like cannibalism there.
Like you too.
Yep. And the table at first was supposed to be a circle with a hole in the middle.
Kind of like Knight of the Round Table, sort of.
Something.
Okay, all right, okay. I love the triangle, though.
But prior to this, she had no embroidery experience, which is crazy because
Whoa.
Chicago's like some of her stuff is very, very much embroidery.
Yeah.
Even some of her drawings, like they kind of look like stitches now.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
And she also intended to have each one of the plates has a table setting with like a runner
Yeah.
underneath it that resembles the plate. Originally, she was just going to have one long white tablecloth with like a quote going around the plate.
Oh, okay.
But they ran into trouble because they couldn't like bunch up that much tablecloth under their massive sewing machine.
Oh.
So then they ended up just doing the little runners instead.
Yeah, that does make sense, yeah. Sewing machine will let you down. And you don't want to hand stitch that at all.
And if you want to see them
Amazing.
in person,
Yes.
if they're open yet, you'll
Right.
have to check with your local COVID restrictions.
Right.
But I think most museums are pretty much open now. But it's on permanent display
Yes.
at the Elizabeth A. Slackler Center for Feminist Art in Brooklyn, New York.
Ooh, the
It's
Schnackler.
not in Chicago.
Look at that.
How big is the whole thing? Are we
It
talking
is,
42?
each side is 48 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's big.
So they've like given it a wing of the museum.
Yeah, it's got like
Yeah.
its whole, it's like in a dark room. Well, like the walls and everything are black, but then it's illuminated.
Exactly.
And in 1980, Chicago made a companion piece
Love it.
called the International Honor Quilts, which was collaboratively made 539 triangular quilt panels of women or groups of women and women's organizations. And that is currently at the University of Louisville,
Oh.
Kentucky.
Hey.
But
I don't think I've ever seen or heard about the quilt before.
Yeah, it's
Interesting.
Did you go see the dinner party, Bonnie?
I have not
You
seen it.
haven't? Okay. You had this great little pamphlet that I was like in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
this
wondering
came
if you
from, Are we
had.
allowed to say where we got all
I
these
think
good
we should
materials?
say,
'Cause
yes.
I don't remember the latest name. But
So when we first opened, Judy Chicago's personal assistant of many years, Ann Skinner Jones, donated 200 art books, and a lot of it was Judy Chicago stuff and Judy Chicago pamphlets from around her different shows and exhibits. So this particular pamphlet was when it showed in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's really nice. We have them in our non-circulating collection. And we even have some autographed by Judy, too.
That's amazing.
Isn't that nice?
So cool.
So we're very, very grateful to have it. And Bonnie was the first person I called. And I'm like, oh my God, Bonnie, we have so much Judy Chicago stuff now.
But yeah, at one point, you can look it up for the company. They're not available anymore. But there was a company that had, it was about 5 plates. They were printed, they were flat, but they were the plates from the dinner party. One of them was the primordial goddess.
Gotcha. They were kind of like the Star Trek plates that my husband has. Different.
I don't know.
You know, the commemorative plates. Yeah.
The Christmas ornaments?
Yeah, so the Christmas ornaments.
Why didn't McDonald's get on this?
I know,
Could have
right?
printed out some great plates
Totally
that I
missing
collect
out.
all 6
Mhm.
with
Yep,
my Happy Meal
exactly.
packet.
But they
Yes, I think
had, you could
Big
get
Mac,
the
because
plates.
you're a lady, damn it.
But this company was making a few of the plates, and they even had a puzzle that was the heritage floor that I almost got, but it was like over $100 or something,
Right,
because
yeah.
it was some kind of fancy art distributor people.
Of course, yes. Collectible and all that kind of good stuff.
I tried to look to see if there was one on eBay last night. But
Right.
They're
eBay's not
all-
up to snuff yet.
They're all so interesting. They're all so pretty.
Yeah.
But does Susan B. Anthony, does that look like something from Alien?
Oh, yeah, totally. That's what I was thinking.
like, that was the first.
My first thought
when
was,
I
do
saw
they
it,
hate Susan B.
ooh, I
Anthony?
was-
Because it's the thing from Aliens that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Which one
Geiger
is it?
saw the dinner party and that inspired him.
That's
the
what it was.
face
yes.
hugger thing.
Face hugger, that's the word I'm
Yes.
looking for. Yes, thank you.
Oh.
And
I mean, if you're going to have a vagina, it might as well be a face hugger.
Right, exactly. It's an angry one. I
I
mean, it was
mean-
Susan B. So,
I mean,
you know.
that's what I'm gonna start calling it now. It's the face hugger. But no, there was some kind of controversy over. I
Some?
think it is. I want to say it was Sojourner Truth.
Okay.
Oh.
One of them does not look like a vulva. So the people who are outraged that they do look like vulvas.
Right.
And
But
then there
when
were
it
people
doesn't-
that were their outrage was like, well, how come Sojourner Truth doesn't look like a vulva? You're taking away her
she's a black lady.
sexuality.
Right.
I was like, oh,
Exactly. Hold on a second. Yes.
So I was very fortunate and got to see this in person.
Nice. You got to see it.
Do you want to touch me?
Yes. Oh my God, she saw it.
Okay. Have some
The
of my magic
magic.
Judy Chicago powers.
That's amazing. I love it.
And it is so incredibly different from what you see in the flat images.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the dark room and you walk in. And honestly, when I walked in, you see all these powerful place settings
Yeah.
and move around. The lady business of it isn't the thing that really jumps out.
You wouldn't
It's
think so, yeah.
The craftsmanship, it's the effort.
Right.
And what I really appreciated about it is they acknowledged, and there was like a placard or something with all the people that worked on it too.
Yeah.
Because I think that's really important to
Yeah.
acknowledge the team, because a lot of places it's,
One
just the
name.
person.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the workshop of so-and-so.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I remember learning more about it too, about the lady business, the vulva controversy. And that wasn't the thing that stood out the most to me.
Right. Of actually being in the room with the work. Yeah.
And to walk around the room. And so,
Yeah.
I don't know. You need to do a fundraiser, send Bonnie to New York.
I know, right?
I
Exactly.
know.
Oh, too cool. I love it. That is absolutely amazing.
Miss Judy Chicago is still alive and well.
Yes.
And I would not be surprised. Like, there's got to be a 50th anniversary thing.
There's got to
for
be
it
some kind of party coming
that
on.
she's doing.
Do we start our own?
I know, right?
We each make a place setting. We send the photos to Bonnie, and she just
Right? I think it would be awesome. I'm just going. Maybe Valentine's Day, 50th anniversary. We all sit in a triangular fashion.
Because I think this year is the 50th anniversary for, is it
Woman
Women's
House?
House or Women House?
was it Woman House?
Yeah,
One of those things.
which was one of her projects as
Yeah,
well.
It was
yeah.
like a whole, like...
Was it her students that took over the house?
I'm not sure. It was a group of badass women that took over that house, and it's amazing.
Because it was a performance art,
Yeah,
but then it was
performance
also
stuff.
workshop.
There's
and...
just cabinets that are covered in tits.
Yep.
Like, it's great. I love it.
I love the closet with the mannequin that's like a bit of the mannequin is sliced up on each shelf.
Right, yes.
It's kind of like a magician's assistant gone wrong.
Gone very wrong.
It's amazing.
Too cool. Well, did you ladies have any questions for Bonnie? Done. Oh, well then,
Thanks.
Bonnie.
Yeah, thanks,
awesome.
Bonnie, for telling us about
Telling
me about the dinner party because
Yes.
everybody else already knew. But thank you for
You're not
me
the only
knowing.
one. Yes,
Not something I
exactly.
learned about until art school, unfortunately.
Right, yeah.
Well, that wraps it up for us this week. Join us next week for another cool woman of history as Gal's Guide to the Galaxy podcast continues. Thanks for listening.
For show notes, links, and images from this week's show, visit galsguide.org. Want exclusive stuff like deleted bits and major bloopers? Become a Gals Guide patron today. Thanks for listening.